Financial dualism. Hala Mint has developed the theory of financial dualism. Such a dualism rises because of division of unorganized and organized money market in LDCs. This dualism includes the unorganized and organized money market in less developed countries. The rate of interest in unorganized money market is higher than the rate of interest in the organized money market, which is concerned with the modern sector. There is a differences in the interest rate between unorganized money market and organized money market. And the interest rate in the unorganized money market is comparatively higher than the organized money market. The unorganized money market consists of the village money lenders, landlords, artists, etc. They charge higher rate of interest because of the following reasons. First reason is the lenders have monopoly and the position of the borrowers is very weak. The lenders have the monopoly and the position of the borrowers is very weak. The village shopkeepers, traders, landlords, money lenders occupy key position in the village economy. So they have a monopoly power over the peasants. And second point is there is a shortage of savings in the traditional sector because most of the savings are made in terms of land or gold. Second reason is there is a shortage of savings in the traditional sector because they are investing gold, lands, etc. And third point is due to natural calamities, the risk attached with such kind of lending is very high. Due to calamities, the risk associated with lending in the unorganized sector is very high. The securities offered against the loan in village areas is quite nominal. So naturally, risk is high. So they can charge a higher rate of interest. And fourth point is there is a flexibility in loan transactions in unorganized sector. There is a flexibility in loan transaction. They can sell goods instead of credit. This is the main reasons for charging higher interest rate in unorganized sector. On the other hand, the organized money markets of less developed countries, the interest rate are low and credit facilities are abundant. The loans are advanced to manufacturing sector, export industry and modern commerce sector. Mean point out the differences between an old financial dualism, which used to exist in the open economy of colonial period. This is the old financial dualism and new financial dualism, which is now exist in the closed economy following the industrialization policies. There are two systems, old financial dualism and new financial dualism. Old financial dualism which used to exist in an open economy of colonial period. New financial dualism which is now exist in the closed economy following industrialization policies. Under colonial system or under colonial unorganized system, there was perfect convertibility at fixed exchange rate. There was perfect convertibility at fixed exchange rate. Consequently, there was no shortage of foreign exchange and there was no problem in BOP, balance of payment. Okay. But nowadays, the LDCs have to face internal as well as external problems. Balance of payment crisis, inflation, such as. Thus, the poor traders and small peasants not only have to face higher rate of interest but also the shortage of foreign exchange. Then they are in a position to get advanced machinery. They are not in a position to get advanced machinery, etc. This is under colonial unorganized system. Under colonial system, organized money market of LDCs is consistent of the branches of Western commercial banks which were linked with the international financial market. Here we are saying that during the colonial system, under organized money market, there is a branches of Western commercial banks which were linked with the international financial market. In colonial system, the modern sector, this organized sector consisting, modern sector consisting of mines, plantation, and foreign trade. They borrowed low interest rate both from Western banks and world capital market. In the colonial system, the modern sector can borrow at lower interest rate both from Western banks and also from world capital markets. But the present LDCs have attained monetary independence by establishing their central banks. They have introduced the exchange control. The present LDCs have attained monetary independence by establishing their own central banks. They have introduced the exchange control. As a result, the organized money market of less developed countries have been separated from the world capital market. Organized money market of the LDCs separated from the world capital market. Hence, their central banks are following cheap money policy, cheap monetary policy. Okay, the present system, organized system, separated from the world capital market. Hence, they are following cheap monetary policy. They are maintaining overvalued exchange rate on the ground that devaluation will create inflation. They are maintaining valued exchange rate. It means devaluation. It will create inflation. On the other hand, there is a chronic excess demand for foreign exchange in these poor countries. To meet this situation, these countries depend upon exchange controls, direct controls, monetary and fiscal policies. This has led to enhance the economic dualism between traditional sector and modern sector. Okay, there is a chronic excess demand for foreign exchange in these poor countries. To meet this demand, these countries depend mainly on exchange controls, direct controls, and monetary and fiscal policies. But this led to enhance the economic dualism between traditional sector and modern industrial sector. The cheap money policy has become helpful for the large industrial sector only. The cheap monetary policy helpful only to the industrial sector, large industrial sector only. The low rate of interest have discouraged the flow of funds from abroad. The low interest rate discouraged the flow of funds from abroad and savings from within the country. It will reduce the fund flow from abroad and also savings from flow from within the country. But it has created an excess demand for loans from industrialized sector. It has created an excess demand for loans from industrialized sector because loans are available at lower rate of interest. Thus, the major part of the domestic saving are flowing towards industrialized sector. they can get, industrial sector can get loans cheaply at a lower rate of interest. So their demand for these loans definitely will increase. Thus, major part of the domestic savings are flowing towards industrialized sector. This has reduced the capital to traditional and agriculture sector, which have to get a higher rate of interest. Foreign exchange control to correct the deficit in balance of payment has also benefited the modern industrialized sector. The foreign exchange controls also benefited to the industrialized sector. It is because that major share of the available foreign exchange is allocated to industrial sector to import capital intensive goods. Major part of this foreign exchange allocated to import the capital goods by industrialized sector. On the other hand, the agriculture and small scale sector failed to get foreign exchange and import permit because of red tapeism and corruptions in LDCs. At the same time, the agriculture and small scale sector failed to get the foreign exchange and import permissions because of red tapeism and corruptions in less developed countries. The most of the underdeveloped countries have established agricultural banks and cooperative societies, but these institutions have been found providing loans to the influential people and to the model villages. UDCs also established agricultural banks and cooperative societies, but these institutions providing loans only to the influential people and to the model villages. All this has led to misallocation of resources between modern and industrialized sector. This lead to misallocation of resources between modern and traditional sector. So money market in the less developed countries remains backward. According to me, the cheap and easy credit to the traditional sector is not provided because of the following reasons. The traditional sectors are not getting credit at cheaper rate mainly because of the following reasons. And first point is the high overhead cost and salaries of officials of commercial banks in rural areas. And second point is red tapeism in dealing with small borrowers according to the rigid rules. And third point is the lack of coordination between head office and the branches. And fourth point is lack of subsidized loan supplied by the agricultural banks, etc. Min suggested two types of policies to reduce financial dualism in less developed countries. He suggested two types of policies to reduce the financial dualism in less developed countries. And first point is the official interest rate in the organized capital market be increased. The official interest rate in the organized capital market must be increased. And second point is there should be free access on equal terms to capital funds by modern and traditional sector. There should be free access on equal terms to capital funds by modern and traditional sector. Okay, thank you.